G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 5 of my Lightning Eye of Reckoning Archon playthrough. The last episode we kind of got up to the Vanguard of the Three, collected a whole bunch of quests here, and we're going to finish Forgotten Gods in this episode, or at least as far as probably Kymon. Father Kymon has a couple of weapons that, well, I need them. So we're going to go and kill him a few times, and let's get into it. Now, I did actually remember this time to summon the little golden boys, which is unusual for me, but we got there in the end. Now, one thing I will note, and someone commented on this in one of the previous episodes, yes, the damage is a little bit low at the moment. Don't worry though, it will get better, assuming I don't die here. It will get better. Once we get our hands on the weapons that we're going to be using, we have a pair of MI weapons. Well, it's the same one, but we want two of them from Father Kymon, and we'll be picking those up. Well, when we kill him, I guess, and then we'll be killing him again. And it's all going to work out. It's going to be fine, I promise. I don't actually know that for a fact. This is like the third time I've played with Eye of Reckoning ever, and I mean, I'm just assuming it's going to be fine. Let's move on. So I've come up this way. I want to get my free loot. There is an exalted stash in here. This is one location that mine has just been in. There's also some hidden stuff up here. So I'm going to pop this open, and then we're going to go over here and pop this one as well. So I've just got another conduit. I think that's the second one. Didn't I just get one of those? I'll have a look in a second here. We'll just take out this ancient spirit first. We've got the conduit. I swear I just got one of those. Anyway, we definitely have that, and it's kind of whatever, honestly. It seems like it's not going to be better than this halberd, so we'll just not use it, and it'll be fine. Okay, getting back into the main area. Now, I'm pretty much going to just do stuff as I find it, so I'm going to be... where are we going here? I'm going to be doing the temple, because it has a devotion shrine. It's also got some bosses on the bottom floor, which, honestly, I probably should skip, now that I'm thinking about it. So I might just get the devotion shrine and then skip the rest of it. But we'll be doing the quest to destroy the messenger. We'll be destroying the this preemptive strike quest for the Dusk Reaper, I think it's called. The big bad scorpion. If you didn't get your exalted stash where I did, it's going to be here. There's only the two places it can be, as far as I'm aware. But it's almost always in one of those two, if not, has to be. So this devotion shrine is 100% easy. It's basically free. It's one of each of the basic components. So one fireball, one lightning nova, and one... what's this called? Ice spike. There we go. So one of these... and I don't have one here. Oh wait, yes I do. There it is, one Searing Ember as well. So it's basically free. Right, so let's just, let's keep getting some Sailor's Guide. Next point gets us movement, speed, and physique, which is very nice. And then we get some physical resistance, which is incredibly rare now, and still, honestly, just as powerful as ever. Because we are doing Bismeal, Boobsilla has sent us into the temple, so actually I do need to do this. I'm not sure why I forgot about this, but anyway, I do need to do this temple. I will need to kill the boss at the end, and then summon the big green demon, who's on our side, which is kind of good. So that's fine, and we'll be getting a decent amount of XP from just killing stuff in here, which is quite nice as well. Now, I haven't noticed the totem, but there can be a totem in here. And I think I'm probably strong enough that I would most likely do totems at this point. So it looks like I'm not getting this one. It's probably outside and I just didn't notice it or something like that. But it would be just here in the corner if it was going to be inside. It's not, so it's not, and honestly that's fine. So let's just go over here, we'll kill these guys off. I was kind of hoping this big statue would have a new weapon for me. It doesn't, and again, that's fine. We're going to get, well, I hope, anyway, we're going to get our proper weapons during this episode. Okay, when you get in here, you've got two of these Risen Stone Temple Guardians. And you can pull the first one by just standing right at the edge here. He'll come up here all by himself, and you can murder him to death quite easily. So, more or less just stand here and rub against his face until he falls over. And then we'll go downstairs, and we'll do the same for the other Temple Guardian that is on the other side. We want to fight in Ashcore here last, so we can kind of hug the walls over here. Come around this way. He's got a lightning stick. I like the lightning sticks. And now we can just stand here and once again rub our faces against the Temple Guardian until he falls over. Any day now, I promise. Oh, no, we're just getting stunned. I may have been standing there for way longer than I needed to. Okay, Charged of Alacrity. Now, it's pretty much exactly the same. It's got one additional minimum and maximum flat lightning, a little bit less on the percent lightning and the conversion, more health, more offensive ability, more attack speed. That's just straight up better. So, I'm going to take a quick break from the fight. We're going to go take our amber off of the one weapon and put it on the other one. So we will keep the add-on here. And we probably gained about half a point of DPS there. It's not going to make or break, sorry, the damage of the build. So it'll be fine. Now in Ashcore here, we're going to rub our face against him for a little bit, and then he's going to rain meteors down and put that aether rubbish on the floor, and we are going to run away. And he's going to come over here, and then we'll go back to rubbing our face against him after the meteors have come down. Now, my most recent almost death on this channel was actually from those meteors that nearly just killed me again. Yes. This guy was the most recent close call for me. Now, I do have 5 seconds left on my healing potions, so I definitely don't want to be anywhere near him for a moment. We can probably ignore his friends there. Oh, meteors, meteors, Sunder. Oh god, it's horrible. Why can't I evade him? I'm trying to evade through him onto the stairs and it just wouldn't let me. Okay, it's fine. We got him down. But he is a boss you want to be careful of. There's a pretty good chance that with the low damage we have at the moment, there's a pretty good chance that you can die to him if you're not paying attention or if you don't respect him. Right, we use the Gargan key here. And here is our new spawn of ATEF. Unfortunately, we can't kill it. I'm sure it'd have some really nice loot. But game says no, so that's fine. Let's just head out and we'll grab this rift and then be on our way because we're pretty much done. I could skip all of the side content at this point and just beeline straight for Kymon. And that wouldn't be the wrong choice. We would be missing a decent amount of stuff, though. Let's see if the big blue bad doggy is here. He's not. There's a decent chance that you can get... I want to say it's Grimoire, but it's probably not. Anyway, there's a big, nasty blue dog who can live... maybe I'm in the wrong spot, actually. It might be the end of this one. He's got, I think, 4 spots he can be. 2 of them are on the other side of the conclave of the 3, so sort of like back here. So we've already missed those. The other one is either where I just was, or it's kind of here-ish. Either way, he's not here yet, so there's only one place he could be, and it's kind of a 33% chance, I'm going to say, that he's actually going to be there. Because the 2 spawn points he has on the other side of the conclave, I didn't check, so he could be there as well. But that's fine. I'm not particularly interested in killing him. If he shows up, I'll give him a shot. And otherwise, no. So what do we got here? A supporter and an Ember Spark, whatever he does. Turns out he just kind of dies. That's fine. These big guys are annoying because you can't spin through them. A lot of the smaller ones you can, but then the big guys just kind of get in the way. Alright. Checking over here for the treasure trove. It's not there. There's a whole bunch of places it can be. It's not that one. And it's kind of fine. I'll go check the other one over here, and if it's not there, then, you know, it's not there. I did indeed just see my big blue doggy. I didn't bring any biscuits for him, so he's going to want to eat me instead, and it is indeed Grimoire. So I got the name right. Very unusual for me, but hey, I'll take it. A win's a win. Okay, this little area here can be quite dangerous, so just try and thin the herd before you go too deep. Like, I went way too deep there. But just try and kill off what you can before you try running in there too much. Like I said, I went way too deep. I'm pretty sure I pulled everything. Nope, there's still a couple at the back there. That's fine. And here's my treasure trove. So it was worth it in the end, and that's kind of alright. Okay, Glacial of Alacrity is okay. I'm alright with that one. Will I swap it though? That is the question. Got the same amount of armor, and attack speed is definitely going to be good for increasing my damage. I would be trading 10% Elemental, which I don't need, for 10% Aether, which is kind of good. So yeah, I'm going to make that trade. Component, I have a bunch of Unholy Inscriptions, so I'm just going to chuck that on there, and we are good to go. Now, the weapon we're going to fetch, well, actually, let me kill Grimoire first. He's going to put this little blue goop on the floor. There it is. And your mission is just stay out of the goop. Maybe you can evade that. You don't have to. And otherwise, you just kind of kill him, and it's fine. And then, obviously, try not to stand in the goop after he dies. Alright, we've made it to the next Rift Gate, and this is not quite the point where it gets harder, but it's almost the point where it gets harder. So we've got some Kymon's idiots over there. We haven't actually met them in the main campaign yet, so we're just going to walk past them. And we have Molten Claws here. Now, I'm pretty sure it's Rift Claws from the Pocket Dimensions is where you can get the fire conversion weapons for Eye of Reckoning. In fact, I know that that's the right place. I'm not 100% certain on the name, but I'm pretty sure it's Rift Claws. So, we are unfortunately not going to be getting those fire conversion weapons, which would give us a little bit of a boost between here and when we kill Father Kymon. But honestly, it's not a big deal. And I don't think I really care. I did just level up, so I need to put some more points into the little golden boys. So let's go ahead and do that. Got 5 in there. More in here is going to get us more points in elemental resistance shredding. Also, the physical resistance shredding is kind of okay, and don't forget to resummon them. I would never do that, I'm just reminding you guys. But yeah, don't forget to resummon them. Anytime you change skill points in a pet, it's going to self-delete, and you'll have to resummon. So, Molten Claws, I'm almost certain these guys don't drop anything worth having. Kind of killing them in the hopes that they might drop something and jog my memory, but I don't think there's anything there. Also, sitting on 10 attribute points here, I think 10 is going to be enough. I believe I checked the level 40 weapon is going to be something like 300 cunning, so we should be fine. Let's just go around this guy so I don't have to fight him. He's big and chunky, and I don't really want to have to deal with him. Unfortunately, his friends here are going to be some things that I have to deal with. When you've got 3 or 4 of these surrounding you, you really want to be careful about your health bar. Same with these guys. I'm just going to check what they are. I think one of these is a healer. Well, they're definitely doing a lot of damage. So Vlacanux and Arcanux. I think neither of those... Oh, no, they're pretty much full health again. I was going to say I don't think either of those is the healer. But they definitely got some health back, so maybe it was some of these Eldritch Armors or something, but definitely something was healing them. Alright, and I absolutely, really badly need to get my hand on some more either lifesteal or another way of sustaining. Right. This one could be okay to use, but honestly the armor is the only thing on that that's really... I mean, exciting is not the right word, but exciting. What do we got on this one? Lightning proc, extra resistances I don't really need. Lose a little bit of health, gain some armor, convert some piercing that I don't think I even do piercing. Nope, doesn't even show up. Little bit of extra armor though, could be alright. And then we have the Corvin Pauldrons with +3 to Celestial Presence, which, yeah, Yeah, we definitely want that. And the conversion is elemental to vitality, which means, nope, no, we don't want that. So we're not going to use those. That is a lot of extra armor on these ones. A lot of extra armor. We'd lose Chaos Res, but I don't think I care. We would gain bleeding, which is nice. That would actually cap bleeding. Yeah, I think I'm going to swap that. We lose a little bit of lightning stuff from those fancy blue pauldrons. And I have been saying, I mean, it's 21%, and without it we've got, where's lightning? Yeah, so it's probably something like 6 or 7% extra damage. I don't think I care. Chuck that one on there. This armor, I am going to swap that as well. A little bit of extra armor is never a bad thing. And the bonuses from the blood, whatever it was, the bleeding chest that I just blew up, are not enough to kind of get me excited about keeping it. What about this one? Glacial of Frostbite. That's a lot of cold stuff. No, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, back to the Valley of the Chosen. We have a Scorpion to bonk on the head, so let's go get in here and get to bonking. Now, before I go in, usually by the time I get to this section, I've got everything capped. Now, I'm actually doing incredibly well on resistances. In this section, you absolutely want poison and acid to be capped, so if you have to put an anti-venom salve on your helmet, if you have to put an anti-venom salve on your boots, go ahead and do it. There is a lot of poison damage in here, including the boss that we're here to kill. So, do absolutely make sure that you have capped poison resistance in here. The rest of the stuff, yeah, it's nice to have, but you really need that poison res here. Alright, let's take a few of these out. I'm gonna do my best to clear the entire area before I spawn him. And that's not going to be particularly hard because he won't spawn until you've killed all 3 of these pylons, so you just don't kill one of them. There we go. That's 1 out of 3. Let's go ahead and... ooh, totem. Forsaken totem. I should be able to do that. It should be decently doable. Let's go ahead and pop it. So we've got an arcane here, that purple circle with the line through it. That's the kill this guy first marker. And what do we got? Turin's grips. They're not horrible. Nice armor on them. The physical and fire I don't care so much. The attack speed is nice. Bleeding's kind of whatever at this point, and +3 to safeguard is not something we care about. Okay. So possibly, but most likely not. And then we have one-handed gun and one-handed axe. Alright. This one-handed axe, +2 to Soulfire, and also +2 to Stormcaller's Pack, which we don't have. I am keeping that axe somewhere. I'm definitely going to hang on to that, because we will have one weapon the first time we kill Kymon, and we'll have to kill him a second time to get another weapon. Or we could just use a different weapon, and it'll be fine. But to use a different weapon, you actually have to have a different weapon, so that's kind of what I'm going to use that for. Although, having said that, what level is it? That's a level 30 weapon, which is pretty good. But I think the Kymon weapons that are going to be dropping are going to be level 40. So that may be out of date by the time we can actually use it. It's going to be a case of what have we got, really. Okay, Dusk Reaper has now spawned, and we do need to go and kill him. So, let's just charge in here. We're going to be doing a lot of spinning, and his friends should die pretty quickly. If I can get between between him and that crystal, I may be able to take it out. Don't really want to get sundered. He does that big sundering attack, and I mean, I just saw he missed that one, but did he miss the other one as well? And that one? I didn't see a miss that time. So I'm not sure what's going on. He does occasionally seem to connect, so... yeah, I'm honestly not sure what's going on there, but a lot of the time I've noticed when he's doing his sundering attacks, he just misses. What is my dodge chance against him? Well, that's not him, but I imagine it's not much better. In fact, it's probably worse. giant scorpion's probably a little bit more accurate than a rock. But anyway, he's dead, so quest complete. We'll get some XP out of that. Now this little valley here, there is a... you can see on the map there, there's a little cave we're going to want to go into. And that little cave has got a devotion shrine in it, which is why we're going to want to go in there. It's also almost always got a... what would Stormblade you say? Where is that? This one. Charged of Alacrity. That's not horrible either. Level 24. I wonder... No. But maybe... what about if we do something like... because I can go and craft the dual wielding... you know what? I'm going to do it. I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. So, things I need. First, inventory space. Got heaps of that stuff, so we're just going to sell all of this. Be very disappointed that the those shoulders with all that extra damage on them are unfortunately... oh, hang on. What was on that ring? Attack speed on that one, 7% chaos is kind of bad though. And this one is lifesteal. No, that's fine. I want the resistances. And you can have the book. Alright. So I want to make maybe 2 ambers, maybe 1 amber. We've got enough for 2. Beautiful. So 1 on that one. 1 on that one. And we also want to make the... over here, the Blade Dancer's Blade Sworn Talisman. Sorry. There we go. So we'll buy that. 9,000 iron bits at this stage should be no big deal. And then the Blade Sworn Talisman should also be absolutely no problem to craft. 1 resilient plating. I guess maybe if you didn't have the tainted brain matter, this could be a problem. If you need to farm tainted brain matters, you can go and kill Krieg once or twice. And he seems to drop them about 50% of the time. So there's that. Now, let's just have a look at this first. Before I go making changes, I have Reckoning 1.7 to 1.9, okay? I have Reckoning 1.9 to 2.2. So it's already better. It's also attacking faster, or at least I think it is, 123%. Yeah, it's attacking way faster. So that is a pretty big upgrade. I'm very happy with that. Do I even need to keep that? Maybe not. I'll hang on to this. Maybe not don't sell these, but consider keeping them, because a lot of the... that can be sold. A lot of the fancier relics are going to need the less fancy ones to craft. They're going to use them as crafting materials. Okay, where was I? Right, Valley of the Chosen. Devotion Shrine, let's go. And we'll try out the new spinning features on not him. We're going in. Alright, you guys. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. We've actually got some damage. Or maybe those guys just don't have any health. We'll try one of the bigger guys when we find them. Why did that not pick it up? There we go. Alright, so spinning and winning through these. You do have this crumbling wall with the note. This one is probably the most obvious one I've ever seen. Just because there's that chest and you can see it, and the lore note, which you can also see. Alright, let's see how we go. So he's dying decently fast. Actually, pretty much all of these are dying decently fast. What are you? You're burning. Well, he's dead anyway. That's fine. Alright, let's grab all the loot here. We did just get another another devotion point, so let's spend that over here. Do we want movement speed, or do we want... I mean, I think we have to take this one. Alright, and now we can just leave. There is a Dreeg quest in here, but we're not doing the Dreeg quest line, so kind of don't care. Which is nice, so we can just leave. There is a treasure trove in here as well. Speak of the devil. Here it is. I didn't actually expect to find it, but there is... Ooh, Squall. Oh no, I can't use it, I need the dual wield relic. Squall would have been good. It's a lightning relic. Let's try out this Eldritch Totem here. I'm just going to clear the area. Best practices for hardcore and all that usual stuff. Here we go. What do we get? Big and ugly over here. Ezerog the Frozen. And we've picked up a helmet down there as well. Squire's boots. Anchorite's headgear. If you find this as a drop, keep it. It's a really nice helmet. Now, obviously, my ordered Incendiary Cask of Readiness is also quite a nice helmet, but this one has stun resist as well as a lot of armor, so I'm actually going to put that on. This will uncap my poison, which I won't lie, I don't love it. But what about these? Aegis of Men here, we're not using that, so the skill points don't matter. Acid Retaliation, such a small amount doesn't matter. A little bit of extra Aether is nice. Extra armor as well is pretty good. So there we go. And now, unfortunately, we're going back to town again because I need to get the anti-venom salves off these. You cannot be running around with 45% poison resistance. But if you didn't get the Anchorite's headgear, something like I was wearing would be perfectly fine. But this helmet is really, really nice. It comes online level 28, which is usually about when you're getting to Homestead. And the second half of Homestead is absolutely crawling with chaos damage. So having an item like that just has, 25-30% chaos resistance just kind of hanging out is really, really cool. What else did we get? Some extra armor on this, some cunning, chance to avoid melee attacks. These are also quite good. And we're going to put those on too. How's my armor rating? I should have checked this before I went back to town. You know what? That's fine. Yeah, I think I like that trade too. Okay, last time, I promise. Until next time. Keep the add-on here. Geez, what did I just put on? I swapped those, didn't I? Alright. There we go. Okay. I promise it's the last time until next time, okay? That really doesn't help at all. Alright, we're nearly at the next Rift Gate, and then we should probably actually get a move on here, now that I'm kind of looking at it. We want to get to Father Kymon, which is basically the end of the expansion. The end of the entirety of Forgotten Gods is about where you're going to find Father Kymon. So we do want to motor it a little bit. One good thing I do like about Eye of Reckoning is doors are not a problem anymore. If you're playing a, let's say, a Righteous Fervor character, and your movement skill is on cooldown, and you've already used Evade or whatever, you can kind of get stuck in doorways. With Eye of Reckoning, you just hold right-click, and most of the time, you can whirl through the doorway. These big guys will obviously block them, and they're kind of irritating, but that's fine. Also, I know I used dual-wielded weapons, and that's taking up my relic slot. You could use a shield as well. If you find a really good shield, it might be worth swapping in. I'm not a fan, personally, of shields. They tend to make your character do less damage, which, I mean, obviously. But less damage means things live longer, which actually means you take more damage. And shields, without investing into shield skills, are kind of not great. They're not horrible, like, they work, they'll do the job, but they're not very effective compared to what they could be if you invest into them. So I'm not the biggest fan of shields, except on a dedicated shield build. Also, I just had a really bad thought. Nope, turns out it's fine. So what I was thinking is that this Aether, this lightning with a bit of Aether axe might actually be converting some of my damage to Aether, but no, it's not. And I probably would have checked that when I put the weapon on, so I shouldn't have even worried about it, but here we are. Okay, we have Okoloth the Messenger. Now he's going to turn into a big demon, which is great. And he's going to start raining meteors, which is not so great. And so the plan is basically we rub our face on him until he does his little sunder animation. If he does, that's fine. Just gonna go over here, away from the meteors, and then we can rub our face on him again. And he doesn't seem to be taking any damage here, so let's just go ahead and move. There we go, his health bar's moving again, which is nice. Down he goes. Alright, we picked up Savage, which is a pet relic, which means we're not using it. Also, why? Why was that up there? Or why was this down here? You already had a gun here. Why would you not put it there? I don't... Okay. You know what? Doesn't matter. Inventory management is a problem that ARPGs have had since Diablo 1. Alright, that's it. All the optional quests on the way are now complete. So we have Return to Bysilla, which we'll need to do before we get to Boroborok, or before we get through the door that he's standing in front of. Which is fine. We have a Devotion Shrine on the way to there, which I'm absolutely going to be getting. Potential Treasure Trove just down here, which obviously I want. Knife Arms over here may have a new weapon for me. Probably doesn't, but maybe. Let's see what he's got. The usual answer is he drops nothing. Yeah, there he goes. And he drops nothing is perfectly fine, honestly. Alright. So, you've got a funny stick. And let's see what's still chasing me when I get over here. Because Devotion Shrine, also Law Note. And let's just kill off whatever's chasing me. Then we'll pop that Devotion Shrine and just see kind of what happens. Now there's usually a couple of demons that come winging their way down from on high for this one. Maybe not this time. Turn the loot off. What do we got? Nope, that's it. It's done. It's finished. Get out of the goop, turn the loot back on. Well, gee. Okay, so this is a level 35 version, alright? It will need the Bladesworn Talisman to craft it. So at level 35, assuming I have 3 Manticore Eyes, which is... I mean, I don't. But if I had 3 Manticore Eyes, I could craft this and get a better version of the Bladesworn Talisman here. So that's kind of lucky to get. And then there's another one, I think at level 60. It might be level 90. I don't use this particular line very often. But it may be level 90 or 60, but there is a third one as well. And that'll probably need the second one. Right, we got skill points to spend here, don't we? Well, you know where they're going. Also, I'm just going to hang on to those 10 points until I see the requirements on these weapons, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine. But just in case, I want to hang on to them. Because I don't want to be sitting on, you know, level 40 weapon, and then I get to level 40 and I'm 40 points of cutting short, and then now I have to wait until 46 to have enough attributes to get it. So I'm just gonna sit on those points until I know that I don't need them. And it's going to be fine. Alright, these guys are normally fighting something when I get here, and they're not fighting whatever it is this time, so kinda gotta kill them myself. Alright, you stop with the gun, and you also stop with the gun. Thank you. Alright, we do need to go back and talk to Boobzilla, because we need to get the quest item for this next little section. So once this animated preserver is dead, and his friend, we'll go back and pick up that quest item. And I may as well, honestly, turn in all the other quests as well. Okay, victory, hooray. And we sell all of this stuff. You can... Now you can have that as well. Okay, and Warp Shard, Warmaster's Pride, yep. You can have all of those fancy necklaces. This one, though, This one has a damage proc on it. Elemental resist. No, you know what? You go ahead and have that one as well. Alright, Boobzilla, are you satisfied? I am ready to lead your assault. Lovely.
Welcome back.
Messenger's dead. You know what? I did what you asked, and we're out of here. So the reason I came here was to get the Sigil of the Three, which we're going to need to open the door. So, speaking of opening doors, let's go open the door. The Path of Ascension is where we are, and again we have bridges over boiling lava. It's one of my favorite things to look at. This is not exactly my favorite area in the game, but this little section here is quite good, in my opinion. Just in terms of looks. Obviously I hate stairs, so that's not great, but the rest of it is really good. Alright, we are maybe going to have a problem here, because our damage is not amazing, actually. And this guy is basically a giant hit point sponge, and he's going to put Sunder Volcanoes underneath you, and then he's going to start summoning friends. And I kind of want him dead before the friends show up. So let's just see if it happens. And my little friends disappeared, so... Alright, there's the Sunder Volcano, you can see it kind of popping off over there. I guess we're going to bask in his power over here. There's more volcanoes, so we'll bask in his power over here instead. What is doing all that damage? Oh, it's him. Because I'm trying to kite him. Alright, let's kite him a little bit further away from the volcano. Dodge his little darts. And kite him again. So yeah, this is pretty much what I expected. The damage we do is not... It's not amazing. So, he will die, and I'm not really in any kind of danger. It's just going to be irritating. So we'll kill off his friends, and now he immediately goes in for the Sunder. Oh, he's jumped away, good. I think I've got him here. Yep, there he goes. Beautiful. And he dropped me, basically nothing. Okay, can you bring down the barrier? Thank you for your sacrifice. Now, I think he gives you a skill point, maybe on ultimate. Maybe you get the skill point on ultimate. That's fine. Don't forget the Mother's Pendant. We will have to come back later and give that to Dela. I guess we'll just chuck it in there and it'll be fine. Alright, when this door opens, we're going to get close to it. And you can see there that the door behind the door is locked by a powerful guardian. And that is because there is a powerful guardian who's about to bash through this door and then try and fight us. And when they call it a powerful guardian, they're not messing around. Okay, he does a lot of damage. So definitely dodge the Sunder. And be ready on the healing potion. If I get below half, I'm going to hit a healing potion, and then I'm going to run away. There's the healing potion, and I'm moving away. Okay, I'm waiting on my cooldown for the healing pot. He's going for the Sunder, which is good for me, buys me time. Okay, and now we can go in. Now, I'm waiting on his Sunder again. There it is. I'm going to evade through him. And health is getting a little bit low. Potion used, and down he goes. Okay, Rift-Torn Greaves, Codex of Reckoning. Now this says, which is interesting, this says that it is a damage increase over the dual wielding. It might actually be. So let's test it. No. No. No, it's not. It's telling me lies. No. Right, those boots are no good. What about these gloves? That should be, yep, that's a decent armor increase. We'd be losing a little bit of Aether Res. We'd be losing some attack speed, so we'd be losing damage, which I don't love. We would be gaining that Insight proc, which is actually pretty good at this point. 39% elemental damage is probably something along the lines of maybe 7, 8, 9, 10% actual increase in damage, which is not horrible. And that's going to be up a lot. Spirit is extra damage, but we'd be going down on that. You know what? I'm going to give this a shot. I've got the component there. I can always swap it back in if it feels horrible, but I'm going to give that a shot. Energy potions, if I don't have to use them, I don't really want to, so that's going to be good. Alright, getting through here, we don't have to kill any of this stuff. Definitely can, but we don't have to. So we can just dash past everything. Assuming I can remember which way it is I have to go. Yeah, it's down this way. And then up here. And then we can spin to win, spin down the stairs, spin around the corner, spin up and down this whole place. And the only thing I'm really worried about fighting in here is on the next floor. Brother Sagarius, I think his name is kind of the only thing I'm actually worried about fighting. All this stuff is potentially dangerous, especially these big chunky guys in large numbers. But it's actually not super scary. I'm not terribly worried about fighting it. Obviously, you can always die to pretty much anything, but should be okay. The devotion shrine in here should be on the next floor down. Just going from memory there. Again, I don't really come in this area super often. It's about twice per character, ever. But we might be here a little bit more often with this character because the boss at the end of these two floors has the MI that we're using for our weapon. Alright, so this floor is a little bit more scary. Brother Sagarius, I think it is, does sunder, and I want to locate him and kill him as fast as I can, or locate him and stay out of his way. If killing him seems to be a little less than easy, shall we say. What are you? Garrel Rock. Okay, that's fine. Down he goes. That's another level. You know what that means. It's time to forget to resummon the Guardians. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and resummon 1, 2. We also have another point in physique. Very, very nice. Brother Sagarius usually hangs out on this little center area. The great thing about him is, if he starts kicking your butt, you don't actually need to kill him. So you can just run away. Which I may end up doing. We'll see how it goes. He's not someone you really need to kill, and he can be a little rippy. Alright. Looks like I may have actually avoided him. He may just not show up. Which I'm okay with, because like I said, we don't need to kill him, and he can be rippy, so I'm perfectly fine with not fighting him. These guys, however, these need to go. Let's get rid of you as well, and your friends over here. I mean, friend is a very strong word. Rock here, the vampiric, he's got to go as well. Okay, I think we're now clear to do the devotion shrine, which honestly shouldn't be that difficult, but, you know, famous last words and all that. What do we got? Yep. All done, all finished. And we've got another devotion finished. Okay, so we need, what do we need here? 6 green, which we have, and 4 blue, which we also have. That does mean we can take this back, and we can also take this back. So let's go get 2 points in the Widow. Now, ordinarily, I maybe would let this ride for a little bit longer, but we're about to do a boss fight. And Brother Kymon, or Father Kymon rather, is very rippy. So I want every advantage I can get. So we're going to get 40 Aether damage, and, well, actually this is not a huge amount. We are using an axe though, so we could go and get this just for the fight. Let's go ahead and do that. If you don't have an axe, don't take those points that I just did. They won't help you. But if you do have an axe, then I just picked up some more physical resistance, which will help. Picked up some regen. I mean, what's on that first node? It's just stats, right? 300 health, 20 offensive ability, regen, increased healing effects, physical resistance, pierce resistance. So when you're fighting Father Kymon, you want as much armor as you can get your hands on, and you want as much physical resist, and, I mean, less, but fire as well. Fire should just be capped anyway. But physical resist is king for this fight. Where are we going? Tomb of the Eldritch Sun, there we go. So, let's go down, and let's go meet Father Kymon. Which, I think this is the last floor. I'm pretty sure, yep, here we go. Okay. Father Kymon. The secret to beating Father Kymon is to kill him before he does anything. However, we can't do that, so the secret to beating Father Kymon is to stay close to him so he doesn't get to leap slam you, and then hope that we have enough regen and such to, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Alright, well, let's see how we go. If you start running away from him, he is going to leap slam on you, and it's going to hurt a lot. Now, physical and fire is what he does. I haven't seen a Sunder. I really don't want him jumping on me, though. Having said that, I also don't want to... Oh, yep, there he goes. Okay, I think he missed. Because I was expecting that to hurt a lot more. I think I've got him. Because I have my healing potion here. Health bar is evaporating. Let's get out of the fire. Okay. We have got Skyfallen of Alacrity. Okay, look at those numbers and tell me that's not a huge increase. The Kymon's Sanctified Blade is what we're here for. This will convert physical to lightning, which is nice. This weapon does do physical damage, but since we're using Eye of Reckoning as our main damage, that bottom line that lights up there above the proc, 100% of physical damage converted to lightning damage to Eye of Reckoning. That means when we use Eye of Reckoning, we get all of the physical on this is converted to lightning, and then it's multiplied by our lightning damage modifier. So 241% increase on top of, well, whatever physical is minus our physical. So I'm not doing that kind of maths. But yeah, level 40 is unfortunate. 301 cunning was what I expected. So, I mean, 5 points should be enough. So I'm going to hang on to those until level 40. But that's our weapon. Now, the other thing I could do at this point is, well, grab all these for starters. Okay, before we do anything else, we're going to go through here. We're going to approach the Eldritch Gate. We're going to use this, and then just to get this out of my inventory, we're going to use the Sigil. Now, I'm not going in there. I have no intention of fighting Korvac at this level without half of my MIs. So we're just going to walk away. Okay, we have we have two Forgotten Gods quests that are currently incomplete. And I don't think I care. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to exit to the menu. We're going to come back in, and we're going to go kill him again, because I want 2 of those weapons. And the reason why is because of... where is it? Okay, ignoring the Skyfallen, which is the lightning bolt proc there, ignoring the Alacrity, which is the attack speed, so this is actually a really, really good roll. We get +3 to Soulfire from each of these weapons. That's really good. That's the mutator on our main attack skill. And we get 12% weapon damage to Eye of Reckoning on each of them. So that will take Eye of Reckoning from, what is it, 30%? 32. I think if you don't have any plus skills, this will be 30. So something like 30% up to 54%, or 56 in my case. That's going to increase the amount of flat damage we get from any item, if I have one. Any item that says it adds, you know, nothing here either. If I had an item that said, you know, +5 to 8 lightning damage, then I would only be getting half of it. But at the moment, without this extra weapon damage, I'm only getting a third of it. The other thing is, this increases the effectiveness of weapon attack damage converted to healing. Well, there we go. That was hard to say. Life Leech. Increases the effectiveness of Life Leech. Now, what I am going to do actually before we get too far into this is I'm just going to check if I have any Royal Jelly. Because I do, like I said, want to go and kill him again. So yes, I have some royal jelly. Is this going to make a massive difference? Probably not. But I need to kill him again. Now, unfortunately, this does mean I'm going to have to run through these 2 levels again. The good news is I still don't have to kill any of this stuff. Although, I mean, 2 heroes, I'd be silly not to. Taskmasters of the Eagle. Taskmasters being a pet prefix is no good. And it looks like I took the scenic route last time, so we'll just take the direct route this time. And if I could get around these, we're gonna call them, what are we gonna call them? Korvax Rage Flames, there we go, we'll be nice. If I could get around them, that'd be great. So I definitely should be moving a little quicker, using the move skills more often. Free dynamite here, that'll reset every single time, which will be very, very nice. Now, I do obviously want to kill this Arcane because he's an Arcane, and I do not want my buffs dispelled. Although, to be fair, at this point in the game, you kind of don't really have any buffs that are worth talking about. I did see that hero over there, and I'm going to go kill him. Look, another one. It's just absolutely raining heroes today. Okay, Tainted Blade of Naraval. Don't really care so much about the loot. Honestly, I'm just happy to get the reputation. We don't have Honored with any of the cults, but we did hit Respected. So we will be able to buy some stuff from them. Nothing too fancy at Respected. But, you know, always good to get reputation, right? Okay, Brother Sigarius, like I said, someone I want to avoid if I can. And I'll probably run away from him if I run into him. Because we don't really need to actually fight anything in here, as long as you can not get blocked in a doorway, after all I just said about how Eye of Reckoning is great because it means you can't get blocked in doorways. Turns out that was a lie. Alright, here's Brother Sigarius, and I'm just going to run away. I don't need that Devotion Shrine anymore. I'd like to thank that big fat guy there for giving me a quick shove, because it got me through that area a little bit quicker. And we're out of here. Okay, Father Kymon again. We're going to kill him again. I'm going to use this potion. Anchorite's Legs. 37. Hopefully he's going to drop me another level 41. Hopefully, again, it's going to be... I mean, maybe Mage Storm of Alacrity would be good. But I'll take another Skyfallen, sure. Anything lightning with a damage proc of Alacrity will be amazing. Anyway, let's go ahead and give him a shot here. Now we've got a little bit more regen this time. Potion is used. We've got 10 seconds. Okay, he's down to half. I kind of don't want to be standing in the lava. Potion's coming back. Get the potion. That was way too close. Okay. I may have to run away a little bit here. Not something I really want to do at all. 4, 3, get out of the lava. Okay, I think we're safe. I think we got him. I'm gonna have to go back and review the footage, but that was really, really close. Okay, what do we get? Charged of Alacrity. You know what? I'll take it. Magic prefix, but it's lightning. And then of Alacrity. Yeah. I'll take it. It's actually very similar in damage to this one. So, alright, I'm happy. Okay, we are almost an hour into the episode, so let's just head back to Act 2. Actually, we'll head back to town and sell some stuff, and then we'll head back to Act 2. I'm probably not going to get super far into it, but we can progress a little bit. We are now going to be looking towards... well, actually... Alright, you know what? We're going to be looking towards getting lightning stuff now. Both of our weapons are lightning. We're going to be converting most of it. Are we already mostly lightning? Yeah, we are. And once we get these on, we will be not quite 100% lightning because we will still have a little bit of cold, a little bit of piercing, all that sort of stuff. But the vast majority of our damage will be lightning once we get those on, and it's going to be glorious. So where are we up to? Twin Falls. Alright, I think we can do a little bit of Twin Falls, maybe get through the Archovian city. Here they come indeed. Now, I've already got one of the books out here, so I've got my quest started. Let's go get this totem, and then we're going to beeline straight for that door. I've already got the devotion shrine, so I'm already happy on that front. No, I need to kill the priests. I should have done this before I hit that totem. That was a mistake on my behalf. Let's go kill them. So we got Frozen, and we got Haros Dread the Damned. Okay, everybody's dead, which is lovely. Steelheart Girdle is pretty good. Inquisitor Belt from memory, but it might still be good. That's a lot of armor. That's a lot of armor. I lost a little bit of each of those, which is not great. You know what? I don't care. Let's go swap that component over. The extra armor there is too good not to use, in my opinion. Alright, back to Twin Falls. Okay, a bunch of stuff to pick up here, which is very, very nice. Alright, let's go. We are making a beeline for the door. I can't really see where the blockages are. This might be the wrong way to go. I guess we'll find out when we get there. It's looking good. I don't see any blockages. How's Vitality Res going? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Hopefully I can get some soul shards on the go, actually. That might be an issue for next episode, though. Alright, Archovian Undercity. Lots of undead here, lots of piercing damage because they all have bows or crossbows. Lots of elemental damage, a lot of cold, specifically. And we have a couple of bosses to kill in here, which will be 100% fine. Damage is starting to pick up. Now, I know I don't have the MIs yet, but this stuff is dying decently quickly. The big chunky boys, obviously not so much, but the priests are dying quickly. The energy situation is not horrible. So I'm kind of okay with this for now. And at level 40, we should see a huge spike in our damage. I'm very, very happy that the first two that I got were something lightning and then of alacrity, because that's going to do me until probably level 70, or maybe there'll be like a 50, level 50 weapon. I haven't checked past 40, but those weapons will be perfectly fine until a decent way through the game. So pretty happy about that. Okay, I can see the what's his name? Nomos Dread, I think, is the first one. Yeah, Nomos Dread. He's going to be just in this room here, so we're going to kill the priests first. As usual, priests are the devil. So I'm going to kill him. Kill all of his friends. Anything that glows yellow must be eliminated immediately. Except, obviously, these two. They glow yellow as well, and we don't want to kill them. I'm watching towards the top of my screen just to see if anything jumps in. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. And we are getting reputation with the rovers now, which is nice. Little bit of spinning to win. Over here, oh, you need to go. You also need to go. Just over here, we've got another priest to kill, and these little lecterns, these forgotten passages, I mean, that's the quest done. Got a blueprint out of it, and as usual, it's one I already know, so we'll toss that on the floor. We'll eat the lore note. We'll chuck another point in there, and now we have something to think about, because this is maxed out now. Our main attack is maxed out now. We got 1 point in the buffs. So what we could do is we could start putting points in Ascension here. This is a really good offensive and defensive cooldown. Definitely could be worth having. Or we could go over to Shaman. Now, we're not using two-handed weapons anymore, so Brute Force does nothing for us at this point. We're not going to be using Savagery. We're not going to be using Devouring Swarm. So basically we just put points in the bar. And then we'll take Mogdrogan's Pact and go back to the bar. Then we'll take Wind Devils, and then the pet memes begin. Or I guess the pet memes continue. This character did start with pets, so... kind of just continuing. Alright. Dropping a portal here, so if you use the hotkey L by default, it will drop a personal rift that you don't have to use. And then we can head outside and get the rift out here. Pick up the quest from Minerva as well. That way you don't have to come back and get it later. And I'm just poking my head out here to get this rift gate, and we'll go straight back into the portal that I just dropped. If you didn't do that, go ahead and run back. But, you know, running's for suckers, so that's why I dropped that portal. And now we've got 2 more floors to do here, including Kilrian. Now, Kilrian is the game's first real vitality damage boss. So, I've got, Ectoplasm and Corpse Dust on here. I'm going to be swapping both of those for Soul Shards if I have them. Do I have any on me? I don't see any. I'm hoping I have some in the bank. Or I can get some before I get to the last floor here, because, yeah, fighting him with bad resistances to his main damage type seems like a bad idea. Storm's Edge here. One-handed lightning axe with a damage proc on it. What do we need to make that? 12... You know what? Let's go make one of those. Looking like this episode's going to be a little bit longer, which is fine. 12 scrap I may not have. Weapons. And we'll go Storm's Edge. I've got the scrap, I don't have an amber. But I do have an amber. So, 1 Storm's Edge. Let's just have a quick sanity check here. 38 to 74 physical damage. That's a pretty big increase on that one. It's kind of a little bit less, kind of similar to that one. 1 to 12 lightning damage. This one's a little bit more. This one is kind of the same. Casting speed instead of attack speed. You know what? That's probably actually not worth making. Which is really unfortunate. Alright, we do, however, have... Can't make soul shards. I thought you could make soul shards. No, I don't have any. Okay, this is starting to look not great. Any vitality resistance on any of this stuff? That's a definite no. Alright, well, we may just die. Nah, Kilrian should be okay. Should be okay. I've just finished saying how good our damage is, so it'll be okay. Ring. Nope, nope, sell those. Okay, it's going to be fine. Kilrian definitely does a lot of vitality damage, so if you have 2 soul shards, you can put them on your rings, and he will be doing less than half damage. For me, he's going to be doing slightly more than half damage, so I'm just going to have to be careful to avoid his little dart and not stand in his goop. And if I can do those 2 things, it should be fine. Otherwise, I guess I'll be making a new character. Which is fine. I haven't had a mid-series death pretty much ever, actually, I think. Oh, no, I had one in the Purifier series. And technically, the dervish I made in, like, the 2nd series ever, please don't watch it, it's awful. But that dervish died at level 100. So, that one I think still counts. But I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, I see the totem. Monkey see, monkey do. See totem, do totem. Just gonna clear the area, make sure there's no priests around. Sometimes they like to pop out of the floor. There's an ectoplasm. Still no soul shards. I'm gonna turn the loot off just in case. And now we just burn stuff down. These corrupted guys here, these do aether damage. They'll put a pool of aether on the ground a few seconds after they spawn, and then when you kill them, they will also drop another pool. So, when you kill them, just be aware you are standing in goop. And so you'll need to move. And that aether goop seems to do way more damage than it has any right to be doing. Alright, kill the priests, and then we'll move on to Laudos Vagra. He is going to drop meteors on you. There they are. And I'm just going to go over here. We can kill off a few of these things and wait for his meteors to go away. Here he is. He does, he does Shadow Strike. So he will disappear and Shadow Strike after you, but otherwise, this is going to be fine. There's the meteors, I'm just going to walk away from them. Still no soul shards, which I don't love. We've only got the one more Ravina Kerr to kill, and then we'll go downstairs. There's a devotion shrine on the next floor, and you have to kill Kilrian to actually use it, so we will have to be killing him. Can't just walk away from this one, unfortunately. This little room here, it doesn't actually seem very good on normal, but this room here is usually absolutely chock-a-block full of ghosts, and coming in here to kill just a ton of things for XP is a pretty good idea. Your totem may be here, maybe? Mine's not. And there is a loot wall here with a couple chests in it, so let's go ahead and pop those. And we'll be on our way. The only things I'm really looking for when I'm running past things is I'm looking for priests. So this guy here, especially because I know there's the hero is just here, I'm looking to take out any of the priests I can before I activate the hero. We'll need to come back down here and kill these two. Ravina Kerr is going to try and stay at range. She'll even run away. She'll run away. I swear she's going to run away any second now. Ravina Kerr usually tries to run away when you get into melee range with her. Okay, not today. Alright, she's having a slow day. She's a little bit thick. Lady with a crossbow stands still while someone runs up and stabs her. A dozen times. Anyway, she'll usually try and run away. And you can just chase her. It'll be fine. I should do that more often. Just declare that she's going to run away. And then that way she can't. She's not allowed to at that point. Should be amusing. Alright, we're nearly there. So this is the end of the Arkovian Undercity. Now if you haven't found your treasure trove by this point, it may be over here. Just around this little broken pillar thing. So come over here and check this out. Picked up a bunch of stuff here. Extra level on Elemental Storm is going to be very useful for getting rid of my good friend Kilrian, who's down here. Just a little bit more shredding of his resistances. Make him die a tiny bit quicker. That's a priest, you gotta go, buddy. Okay, and the skeletal monstrosity. I could honestly walk away from this. It's just got way too much health to really be worth killing. But that's fine. Okay, so this is the boss door, obviously, and Kilrian is on this little platform in the middle. Now, like I said, he is going to do two things that you need to worry about. The first one is he has a little, a dart that he'll shoot at you. Let's go run around with him for a little bit. He has the dart, and then he also has the pool. Now that little Vitality Nova is probably not great to get hit by a lot of it. But it's fine. That's the dart, and I just took that in the face like a champ. And there's the goop. So we've got goop here. We've got a dart. So whenever he does that casting animation, you just want to run sideways to him. And he should miss. Where's the dart? The other thing you can do is you can hide behind walls. As soon as he does the dart, I'm gonna bum rush him. Let's get some damage in. Okay, I'm standing in goop. Let's just run away from that. Go hide behind the wall. That was his dart there, so miss me, basically. Standing in goop. Let's get close. This shouldn't be in the goop. And now I should be able to just kill him. There he goes. He did drop his Shattered Soul. So, Kilrian's Shattered Soul. This is the only component in the game that drops specifically from one boss. It's also very, very nice, especially for a build like this. So, 13% overcap, 16% overcap. What I'm going to do, you know what? Show, don't tell. Also, Kilrian's weapon there, it's a vitality? It's fire damage, okay. This is an upgrade because of that attack speed. Level 35. Oh, maybe we'll use it. Let's grab this and we'll be on our way. Okay, eat the blueprints here. Elixir of the Aether. Not a bad one to have. Caesarean's Conviction. Physical damage. Lightning convert to physical. Okay, probably no then. We are done with this dungeon. However, I do have a couple of changes to make. Because if I just keep the item here, yeah, we've very slightly uncapped bleeding and piercing. It's fine. And then we're going to keep the item here. And now I'm going to go and chuck a Kilrian Shattered Soul on my chest. This only goes in your chest slot, so if you want one, it has to go in your chest slot, which is kind of expensive, but 20% Vitality Resist, which is my lowest resistance, so I like that. 5% attack speed. Yeah, I like attack speed. And then that Kilrian's Flame proc, when I get hit, it does fire and vitality damage in melee range and converts a third of that damage to health. Now, because this is not a weapon damage type attack, because the attack damage converted to health there is on a proc, it just does all of it. It doesn't care that my weapon damage is whatever. So 33% of all of the damage that this does gets converted to health. So that is quite good early on, especially for a melee class who doesn't really have a lot of range. What do I need? I need a scaled hide for my shoulders. And I need 2 soul shards. Which I don't have. But anyway, that's fine. So resistances, my lowest is now 52, which is good. And we're looking pretty good. I've also picked up another Veil's Edge, so I can swap out the charged Korvax Stormblade there. That will lose me 3% attack speed, but I think the gain in damage is worth it. Lose some health as well. But again, the health is kind of okay. I'm going to make that swap. And then I think I'm just going to sell all of this. Okay, yep. And we are good. Oh, I don't need those gloves anymore either, so you can have those. So now we've got 2 sick-looking axes. Keep my add-on there. Now we don't have any choice, we're stuck with it now. But 1 to 16 lightning damage there, 1 to 15 there. Both of them have 10% or 5% attack speed, so... yeah, I'd like that to be higher. It is what it is. This is looking pretty good. That's going to be the end of this episode though, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.